This is called The Freedom Come All Ye, which is freedom come to everybody. And I'm going to sing it in the way it was written in the old Scots tongue, which I've never done before. I've always translated everything into English. Tonight I'm going to do this. Rock the wind in the clear day's dawning, blaws the clouds, Helser Gowdy o'er the bay. But there's mair than a cold wind blowing through the great glen o' the world the day. For it's a thought that would carry rotten a' they rogues that gang gallows fresh and gay. Tak the road into other lowlands with their hill spoils, aye to sports and play. And nae mair will our bonny callants march to war while our braggarts cruisely crawl. And we winds to Peartt and Clachan, mourn the ship sailing down the broomy law. Broken families and lands
fighting in this dangerous way. It's 2003 and across the world people marching in the streets, but it still can't stop the warmongers drumming up their beats. Dave wants to show words have more power than the gun, on the point of Australia's conscience in the sun. But Dave and Will are just ordinary men, and they knew that war wasn't right. For them it would be wrong to know that and do nothing. They knew they had to fight. They'd saved environment and learned to face their fears. In the shed Will had some paving paint and a very good idea. On a lovely morn they climbed the opera sails as the sun was coming up, and they noticed all the peacefulness as they set their rollers up. With a can of paving paint of oxide red and two courageous hearts, Dave and Will try stuff the debts. With rollers on a stick and paint inside their pails, they wrote no war on the opera house sails. But Dave and Will are just ordinary men.
Ain't got a nickel, ain't got a lousy dime, and if he don't come back, I guess I'm gonna lose my mind. Comes back to stay, it's gonna be another brand new day when I go walking with my baby down by San Francisco Bay. Meantime, somewhere in some other city, I don't know which way to go. The man I was so crazy about, he don't love me no more, and I think I'm gonna catch a freight train, 'cause
Buddha, won't you make up a dying bed? Buddha, won't you make up a dying bed? 'Cause when I reincarnate, I'd like to be a woman instead. Dying bed, little Sir Howard, make up my dying bed. I won't throw no kids overboard to get through. I won't throw no kids overboard to get through those pearly gates. But you can lie and say I did, and that's why I'm running late. Mr. Whitlam.
And we had a song about the Iraq War. On Friday we celebrate the first anniversary of the loss of John Dingo. So here's John's, or one of many of John's poems about about war, and especially about the Iraq War. And he called it "If I'd Have Been Tony Blair's Mother." You can sit there and look patronising, you can sneer with your upper lip curled, but if I'd have been Tony Blair's mother, we'd live in a much safer world. I'd have carefully monitored friendships that my little Tony might forge. I'd have warned him, keep out of bad company, and I don't want you playing with George. Like his father, he's far too aggressive. He'll just get you into a fight. And Tony, I know he can't help it, but George is not very bright. So Tony, take heed of your mother. I'll warn you, you're risking a smack. If you don't take to heart what I'm saying, wash your face and stay out of Iraq. It's not a suitable playground, no matter what Georgie might say. He's just a dumb little bully with whom you're forbidden to play. Now Tony might turn on a tantrum, the way lots of naughty boys do. I want to play soldiers with Georgie. Don't have to listen to you. But I'd have been firm and insistent. A good mother doesn't give in. I'd have known for the sake of the planet that this was a fight I must win. If I had been Tony Blair's mother, Tony would not be so glib. He'd be just a little more thoughtful and less prone to fudge and to fib. He'd be less inclined to go soldiering, to toady, to power and wealth. He'd stay home and fix up the railways, the schools and the national health. He'd have learned a bit more about Bevan and old Labor leaders before. And he wouldn't be mixing with George Bush. And he wouldn't be going to war. Mr. John Denker.
We have a magnificent cake which was baked by and prepared and iced by Layla. Don't do it upside down. Now we're going to show it to you now, but this will be served at interval.
How fragile we are, how fragile we are, how fragile we